Right, so Manchester United lost 3-0 at home to Liverpool on the weekend. That was a result I did not see coming. Not because I didn't think Liverpool were capable of doing it. I just thought United would be their jammy selves against Liverpool. They always seem to blag results against Liverpool. Even though Liverpool have been the better team for years. But Liverpool, I think that it was coming. The amount of games that Liverpool have battered United and not got a result at Old Trafford, it was coming, and it was very, very embarrassing. If you're a Man United fan, it was dire. I want to talk about Liverpool first, just quickly, because obviously I'll get onto United. But as for Liverpool, what a team they have, and this manager is looking like the real deal. And I predicted Liverpool to have a very successful season this year. So my prediction so far is looking good. I said they'd come third. And I wouldn't be surprised if they had a title challenge. I don't think they will, but it wouldn't surprise me because they've got such an amazing team. You look at Salah delivering once again. You know, what a performance he had. 2 assists, a goal. And Luis Diaz, clinical. He looks a different player this season. He was already a good player. This guy is upped it this season. In just 3 games, he looks scarily good. And Gravenberch, what has happened to Gravenberch? Can he sustain it? If he can sustain this form that he's putting in, then I'm obviously got it wrong, because I thought Liverpool needed a holding midfielder. But this guy's delivering. He's delivering on the big stages as well. And Liverpool were just fantastic. They've been fantastic this season. They've really started the season well, and people just need to stop writing Liverpool off. People weren't even putting them in their top 4 this season, and it's embarrassing. How can you be so confident of Liverpool not performing after the last 7 years? Things that Liverpool have done in the last 7 years have been unbelievable, and they performed so well at Old Trafford. I think they weren't. Not in the sense that they were just scintillating. They didn't even need to be good. They were just doing what they've been doing for the last years. Just a normal performance, and it was just very, very convincing. And I think they thoroughly deserved it. It was a very, very good performance. And yeah, if you're a Liverpool fan, you've got to be excited, because what a team. Now United. Man United, man. Man United are bad. Like really, really bad. And it's I know it's early days, but Jesus Christ, to lose 2 games already. United are where Arsenal were for years. That's where United are right now. And there's so many players I could blame for this performance. It's just, you know, it's tiring. It's so tiring. But the thing I really want to talk about is the system, the team selection. I mean, to play Mainu and Casemiro with Bruno against Liverpool is just, it's suicide. I'm pretty sure that was the 3 last season. And even though United drew, Liverpool battered them at Old Trafford. They battered them. And this result probably should have happened at Old Trafford. If it wasn't for Quansah giving the ball away, you know, Liverpool would have won that comfortably. But honestly, Casemiro is done. He's finished. Carragher was spot on with what he said last season. Casemiro's done. Not just because of those mistakes. He was done before then. It's nothing to do with just those mistakes. He was done way before then. He's not the same player. And Kobbie Mainoo, I'm not going to dig out Kobbie Mainoo because he's young. But you have to be a little bit, you have to criticise him a little bit. He really looked off the pace. And that just shows when he's playing next to someone who is falling off a cliff, and when he's got someone like Bruno in front of him, what hope has the kid got? Like Bruno Fernandes is probably, ironically, United's best player. Probably. He cannot play in a midfield 3. I've said this. Go back on my videos. I've said this. Bruno Fernandes cannot play in a midfield 3. He can't. He's not got the defensive discipline, first of all. Like, look at Ødegaard. Ødegaard closes down everything. Ødegaard's creativity is his best attribute. Obviously, how silky he is on the ball, but his work rate off the ball is incredible. Bruno hasn't got that. Bruno is deceiving. He'll close someone down, and then he'll do fuck all for about 5 minutes. He's an absolute embarrassment if you're playing him in the 3. And also, he can't control a football match. Bruno can score goals. That's his best attribute. If you have to play Bruno Fernandes, you play him in the false nine. The best United have looked this season was probably when they played Fulham in the first half. That first half was probably the best I've seen United look this season when Bruno was in the false nine. All right, Bruno missed some chances, but he played all right. He was getting in those chances. And it was game one. You can't shit on a player who misses chances because he'll get other chances. And Bruno's proved he's a goal scorer. But in a midfield three, United will never win anything like the Premier League or Champions League with him in your midfield three. It's just, you cannot do that. Even with Agate and Maino in the 2, you can't play Bruno Fernandes in the 10. You just can't. You have to either play him on the wing or you play him up front because he's a liability. He's an absolute liability. And yeah, the others weren't great as well, but I just think that's the main problem for United. They can't get control of football matches because there's no one who can grab control of the game. You know, if you had Ugarte, Mainu and Ødegaard as your 3, that would change everything. You know, it would change. All right, that's a bad example because Ødegaard's just unreal. But that's the difference. That kind of player, United just don't. Or even Juan Mata. If United had Juan Mata with Ugarte and Mainu, you'd see a completely different team. Bruno Fernandes cannot play in a midfield three. And that is where United are going wrong. It's a big reason why United are going wrong for me. Because the most important area of the pitch is your midfield. It connects the defence, it connects the strikers, the wingers, it connects everything. And he is at the heart of the midfield, trying to create stuff. And that is where United are going wrong. And it's as simple as that. If Ten Hag wants to keep his job, he's got to stop playing him in a midfield three. He wasn't really doing that at the start. He was playing Mount as well. But that was okay, because at least you had Mount behind, who for me is slightly better in that. But it's not great, but he's slightly better in a midfield three. But Bruno Fernandes is not. And if United are going to get back to where they are, they have to stop playing him in the 10 and start playing him further forward as a striker. Because Xerxes didn't exactly, I know he's new, but he didn't exactly pull up any trees, did he? So, yeah, it must be very frustrating for United to constantly have these problems. But I think the Bruno Fernandes thing is a main problem. And obviously they've got issues with Rashford as well. So many issues. But that Bruno one has to get addressed immediately.